What is up, Cancer? Welcome to your general timeless reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest, and don't force it to fit. But let's get into it. Let's see what's going on for you. Cancer. For Cancer, please, Spirit. Cancer, I feel like things are about to really quiet down for you. If things have been really chaotic, it feels like they're finally gonna, the dust is gonna settle. The dust is gonna settle, which is nice. Queen of Cups in reverse, which is Cancer energy, Nine of Wands. Okay. You're like, I don't know if it is. There's that, yeah, it's the scarcity mindset, the Five of Pentacles. Is it really like, is the sky really done falling? Is it officially done falling? Can I really breathe? Yeah. You're going through the last little bit of mastery of self in regards to a soul level. Okay, now we have somebody else coming in. Okay. Cancer, this past energy feels almost fearful of communication. I feel like there wants to be this gesture of like giving love, of bringing healing, of rebalancing whatever is imbalanced in this dynamic. I think that there's like an air of I don't know what to say, I don't know how to approach it. I think you're very focused on your finances and your living situation, what you're going to do. This scarcity mindset or like the lack mentality or like the heaviness that you're feeling feels more in regards to like your sense of stability and home. Let's get one more over here. Yeah, that's all gonna, yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, that's all gonna be fine. That's all gonna improve. That dust is gonna settle. And now that that chapter is kind of closing out, washing away, that's when this is gonna come in. I feel this more in my crown. Yeah, and then you get, of course, you get Neptune, the Hangman, Pisces energy. And the Magician is Gemini, Virgo energy. Neptune's currently retrograde in Pisces. And Mercury, which is Gemini, Virgo energy. Mercurial Magician is actually home in Virgo right now. So very, very comfortable. There's going to be a lot of clarity that comes in for you. It's just not time to take action. Don't make any sudden moves on investments right now. Don't make sudden moves on investments. It feels, no, the dust needs to settle more. Don't make any sudden moves on investments right now. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. They're being very clear about that. I wouldn't say it's, they keep saying pinching pennies. I feel that's out of fear. When you pinch your money too much, you're telling the universe I'm scared of losing what I have, right? So just flow, go through your day to day, but it's not a time to make any major investments. Not a time to make any major investments. You're going to go through a shift. Yeah, Four of Wands. There's your foundation coming in. It's going to be stable. Just know this feels very home finance related. And that's what your new perspective is. They're teaching you a right use of power in regards to how you share your energy, right? So sharing your energy with the universe in regards to how you feel about money, right? If you tell the universe, oh, I'm scared of spending this money, they're going to be like, oh, she's got fear. Let's make her experience what it's like to have lack because she's in a mindset of lack, right? So it's allowing you to have faith that right now things are not the best circumstances to make a big investment, but that doesn't mean that the time's not coming for it. It will come, give it a few months. Right now it's about you stabilizing what you've currently built and going through the lesson of being content with what is. This relationship is interesting. It's kind of lingering on the Empress in reverse. So it's the last little bit of codependency. So this doesn't have to be somebody you're actually dealing with right now, but it can be, if it applies to you, because again, it's general, it can be somebody from the past. It doesn't mean that they're actually going to be coming in. Like, for instance, this could be somebody from over a decade ago that you haven't spoken to, but thoughts about them are coming up. And it's to heal the last little bit of wounds around self-worth or codependency that is currently sabotaging your new beginning, right? The Ace of Swords. So this probably contributes to a lack mentality or a low self-worth in some way. I do think that this person wants to communicate. So let's dive into them first. I'm going to be using Crystal Visions. This is kind of like my love and romance deck. I heard someone's coming. Someone's coming. They keep showing me footprints in the sand. Some of you, honestly, this feels like mediumship. When I see sand, that often means to me someone who's already left their mark. They've already left their trail. So this is mediumships. Okay, some of you are going to be connecting with loved ones from the past in your dream space, or you're just going to be experiencing mediumship or situations that allow you to open up to that, which is really cool. Don't be fearful of it. This is actually really going to help you connect with your soul and do a lot more healing. Let's look at the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is probably a father figure that has passed. Okay, so they're recognizing any insecurities that they passed down to you in regards to old partnerships. This is somebody who might have challenged your lack of self-worth, or it could be both. It could be a father figure that made you feel as if you were not worthy or triggered a lot of insecurities in you. There's a lot of healing. There's a lot of things that need to be said here. Yep, Temperance, there's the healing. This is also that reconciliation, like, hey, let's find that sense of wholeness together. You have somebody else coming in. This person's actually, this is either a father figure for some of you or a father figure who has passed. Others of you, I feel now, a romantic connection coming in that mirrors this dynamic. So let's look at that. And it doesn't mean that they have to be exactly like this, but they could trigger the same feelings in some ways. Yeah, Page of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so whoever you're dealing with currently, they're still learning how to express themselves in a really healthy way. They're working on it. It's something that they're consciously aware of. They might not open up and be vulnerable to you as much as you like. It has nothing to do with you. It has more to do with them and their own divine timing of getting to a place of being able to invest in a relationship in a more expressive way with you, emotionally expressive way. Yep, Ten of Wands. They're closing out their own chapter. So don't hold on to this. Don't think that anything is personal or is any malice toward you. They're just learning how to identify what it is that they're really feeling, and they're building a new relationship with their emotional self, and that will lead to a healthier dynamic that you two share here in the physical. Okay, this person's still here and it's not apparent. This feels more of like either a romantic partner or a friend, family member. Okay, let's look at the Six of Cups. Yeah, okay. There's a lot of abandonment and betrayal with this. It feels more like emotional abandonment. It could be physical. Again, it's general read. This feels like emotional abandonment. Like it feels like the little kid. It's like, you didn't care enough. You didn't care enough to hear me, to be there for me. It feels like emotional abandonment. And as children, that could be really damaging. Yeah, Two of Cups in reverse. And there's a very big disconnect. Very big disconnect. Very strong connection, but the purpose of the connection was to place these wounds so you could find, like, your soul chose, you know. I know a lot of people don't like hearing that, but because the 6 minus the 2 is the 4, which is the wound of rejection. Your soul chose in this life to overcome the rejection and learn to open the heart space, right? Which tells me that you probably had similar experiences with this person in a previous incarnation. Empress, Page of Pentacles. Your work's getting stronger, which tells me that this is about done. We're going to head to career in a second. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Pentacles, there's going to be a lot of change in your relationships. You're going to start building very healthy foundations. This feels more in regards to family. I feel like whatever you're healing in regards to the father wound is probably going to come up through siblings, or it's going to come up through your own realizations about things. I don't see you taking action on anything anytime soon, but I do think that the realizations you have, lead to you loving yourself more. 9 of Cups. There's going to be an overall improvement in your relationships. This is really good. This is healing with the father figure. It's healing with the father figure, whether they're alive or whether they've passed. There's healing. There's a lot of healing that's happening. Get 2 more on it. Yeah, Page of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. Pages are students. You're learning how to think and perceive the situation and this dynamic much differently, and that's what's leading to the new beginning with them. Yeah, don't worry about this other relationship that's lingering and feeling like there's an emotional disconnect from somebody. They're just working through things and learning themselves more, and this relationship will improve too. We'll get 2 more on that if you want really quick. Might as well, right? Yeah, 2 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. Exactly. The heart space just isn't open and receptive right now because they're still mourning things. So just let them kind of like do their thing and just learn to flow. Okay, cool. So we got through the dead people. Great. Let's go on to career. Okay. Okay. This is investments. It's not career. Your career is actually more over here because there's something with career or life purpose that's tied to your sense of self-worth, right? Well, if I show up as this and if I do this, well, if this is my career and I make this much money, then I'm worthy. You're breaking, no, get rid of that. We don't like that. Yeah, strength. There we go. The ego and the 3 of Swords. So you're learning to tame this little voice inside of you that tells you that you're not worthy or you're not enough. With the 3 of Swords in reverse, this tells me that you're already in the process of doing this, but it has been a long process. I feel a lot of sadness with this. I feel a lot of mourning. I feel like there's a lot of realizing any guilt and shame that's been held on to, and which is really normal when we have a low self-worth. You go through the phase of like recognizing what was done unto you and what you actively did unto yourself, right? And so it's not only external forgiveness, it's an internal forgiveness process. This can be a very lengthy lesson depending on how open you are to taking your blinders off. Let's look at the Nine of Wands. Emperor, yes, this has to do with authority and control. You might have experienced control onto you and in turn also controlled others or been possessive or been controlling in certain ways because there was a fear that things weren't going to move forward the way that you anticipated. They weren't going to. They're going to move forward in the way that they were meant to, destined to. Ace of Wands is soul energy. The Emperor is very my way or the highway. You're realizing that you just kind of gotta like let things go and things are going to play out when you allow yourself to be content with what is. That's a very big theme in the collective right now. It's very common after retrograde season, and we're reaching the end of retrograde. We got a few months left, but we're getting to that point of realizing like, okay, there's been a lot of change and I just got to kind of like sit and be content with where I'm at, right? And be grateful for where I'm at and right now in this moment, and not always like plan, but create a structured schedule that you can wake up every day and move through your day knowing that you're content and you have the tools to address anything that does come up. Let's look at the Queen of Cups. Okay, who's this? I thought this was you. I feel like this is, again, this person. If there's a person around you that their heart space is not open, or they're going through, or your relationship is kind of being remade and you're finding a new sense of vulnerability together. Yeah, Nine of Wands. Yeah, the Sun. It's a very frustrating, it's not a frustrating person. It's the kind of energy as a reader, you feel like you're just hitting a block. Like you're just hitting a wall. Like, why isn't this moving? It's just not meant to. Yeah, they're going through a very big internal change themselves, and you probably are as well if you're tied to them in some way, because typically we mirror these kinds of very potent energies. Yeah, Seven of Wands. Ace of Cups. Yeah. They're a little resistant to really feeling again. It doesn't mean that they're not emotional. It doesn't mean that they don't feel. But like, let's say they have this much to feel. They'll probably get to about here and they'll be like, that's enough for today. And retreat. They're working on the part of them that hits that wall so they can be fully available. Okay. It's very loving. Could be parent to child as well with the Sun there. The World on the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. So here's your new cycle. 10 of Cups in reverse. Old dynamics. There it is. Yeah, 6 of Cups. I was like, this 10 of Cups is not like what you're heading toward. It's old. Then you got the 6 of Cups, which is quite literally the past. Yeah, old dynamics are going to follow. This feels very freeing. This feels like a weight lifted. I like this. Queen of Wands in reverse. It's the power struggles. Oh, okay. You're about to enter into, so now that you're releasing the emotional baggage of it, you're going to go up to the mental self, not the emotional self. And now you're going to work through the perspective you have of these dynamics. And that's going to be reframed. Yeah. So, and that's the purpose of each suit in tarot, right? So each 4 suits represents a different body, and then the major arcana are your higher self. So the 5 bodies, right? Spiritual, energetic, mental, emotional, physical. Okay. So the Moon. I heard there's 2. Okay. We're investments. That's right. There's too many hands in the pot. There's too many hands in the pot. Don't fucking do anything. Don't do it. There's too many thoughts, too many different intentions. Even if people are saying they're on the right page, they're not. They're on the same page. They're not. They're not. Some people want to do one thing, some people want to do the other. And if you invest your money, your time, your energy into something that has scattered energy, your intention will not be clear. There's not a time to go and talk to them. Hey, what's your real intention? Are you really on the same page, or are you just saying that? No, these other people got to get their ish figured out. Don't make any sudden moves, investments, anything like that. Just kind of sit with what is, because people are like, it kind of feels like misplaced loyalty or commitment. Yeah, Hangman, on top of the Hangman, which is validation for me as a reader that the channel message is correct. Your clarity will come in a few weeks. Give it a few weeks for clarity, not for the investment. It's going to be a month or two before you make, yeah, hermit. Just mind your business. Mind your business. I feel like these are the kind of people that are going to be like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? What do you want to do? And just say, I ain't going to do a damn thing right now. I'm going to sit. I'm going to retreat. And I'm going to just allow things to be. And when I intuitively know it's the right time to do this, I will do it. Intuition is very different than fear, okay? Very different. Yeah, they're going to come in. They're going to try and talk, because they get impatient and they get impulsive and they just want to get it done because they want to be at the finish line. So basically, they're attached to their time frame. It won't go smoothly if you succumb to going on their time frame. No, especially if this is a business partnership of some sort. That's really what it feels like. It could be business, it could be family trying to urge you to make a decision or something, but just kind of like let yourself be right now emotionally. Just be like, hey, listen, let's just let this breathe for a week or two or 3 or 12 and we'll make a choice then. Let's look at them. Yeah, they're going to be pissed off. 9 of Swords. Yeah, because they get anxiety and they're like, what do? We have to be doing something. They don't know how to be content with what is. Yeah, the Hierophant, which is the contract. I won't be shocked if you step away from this because you realize it's not going to be a beneficial partnership. I won't be shocked because with the Hierophant in reverse, it tells me that this is not a long-term contract. This is something that's coming in to test whether or not you feel, I honestly want to say safe enough, right? There's a lot of indecision, and I think that somebody's trying to kind of like, I feel like they just kind of pull the trigger and they just like do things without really thinking it all the way through. And they're just like, oh, everything's going to work out. Everything's going to work out. And it might momentarily, because the 6 of Wands is like, you've won the battle, but not the fucking war, homie. Right? So I think this person's going to go through a big old learning curve, whoever this is. Yeah, Magician. Stand your ground. Yeah, Empress. Yeah. Stand your ground. If you ain't ready to do it from your higher self, not from your fear, right? If it's your fear stopping you, go ahead and address that. But you are going to know when it's the right time to invest in this, and that's when you will have a very solid foundation. Even if you are investing with the same people, just don't succumb to somebody else's time frame, okay? Judgment is your soul's call, right? You're in alignment with where you're supposed to be, so just be patient, allow things to kind of flow. Learn to flow again. You're water. You're meant to flow. You're meant to be adaptable. You're also known as the mother in tarot. So Cancer, you are quite literally extremely intuitive. It's in your nature to be intuitive. It's in your nature to be emotional, but do not make emotional decisions, right? Connect with your emotional self, which also leads to your intuitive self, to guide you, okay? Let's get some final advice. This energy does not feel the same as the romantic energy or whoever this is with the like emotional baggage. Just to be clear, I felt the need to like say that. This feels very different. This feels like different people or a person, right? It's not the same as whoever this was over here, okay? It feels different. Any final messages for Cancer? Yeah, nope. Don't fucking talk to them. Just don't do it. Don't do it. It's going to lead to a fight. They're not going to want to hear what you have to say because it's not agreeing with their plan. And it's going to be like a little kid throwing a tantrum. Just like let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Just breathe. Breathe through it. Stop thinking so much and remember to play. You're really going to be called home to the things that light you up. By doing so, by allowing it, because remember, your overall energy was the Empress in reverse, and it was clarified through learning to love yourself again and rebuild the foundation of who you are to have healthier dynamics, healthier work partnerships, healthier relationships, healthier connection with your higher self, healing ancestral wounds, all this great goodness. Okay, allow yourself to have it with synchronicity. You are on the right path. Everything's coming together. Even if there's chaos around you, be mindful that the energy around you is not yours, right? You create your energy. You're your own creator, right? So if you want to see peace in your environment, be peace. You want to see abundance, be the frequency of abundance. Think of yourself in that light, right? You want to be wealth. You want to be success. Start deeming yourself worthy of those things. Like, you know what? I am worthy of a damn steak tonight. I am worthy of this, right? Right? Okay. Perceive yourself. The mind is a very powerful thing, my dear. I love you. This is what I have for you for personal bookings, Reiki sessions, mentorship programs, or one-on-one coaching. Go ahead, check out my website down below. My background is in biology and psychology, so I'd love to work with you. I work with people globally, so regardless of where you're located, we can work together. And if you would like to learn tarot, go ahead, check out my tarot course that I have now created. It's self-paced. It's on my site. You can take it at your own leisure. And check out my mentorship program. I have a 4 and 6 month long mentorship program. It's offered globally. It will certify you in 2 to 3 levels, 2 or all the levels of Reiki, depending on how long of the program you take, as well as shamanic quantum healing. That's all I have for you. But check it all out for 15% off your first booking, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.